Hello guys, SFRTA here. With me is
Amtrak, Florida.
And I'm going to be doing an update of the Amtrak Project 2015. Basically, this video is an update on what's going on here in preparation for the fair. I am pleased to announce that all of the coaches, the cafe car, and we even had a dining car added to the work roster. All those cars have been finished. As you can see, there are people inside the dining car here, and it's lighted up, along with the coaches and the cafe car here. I had to do some adjusting with the couplers a little bit, some minor adjustments, but everything seems to be okay, and everything seems to check out. Everything seems to be in order. Coupler height wise, that's a big thing, especially on the club layout. Coupler height has to be just right. If it's not perfect, it won't the cars will not run right on the layout. They'll keep on uncoupling prematurely. How that layout was made that way, I will never know. I do not know why they use Homoset. It's just the track is so bumpy, and it's just I just don't get why they use the method they use to make that layout. They should have never used Homoset. Anyways, that's not. I'm not here to talk about the club. I'm here to talk about my project. My project does have a little bit to do with the club. We're preparing these cars for the fair. However, it is still a little bit of a separate thing going on, and it doesn't really involve the club. But anyways, I'm going to show you my cars here. And you just saw the dining car. This car right here, this is the cafe car coming in. Yes, I'm actually using the locomotives to move the cars. Kind of like in an assembly line. So turn the light on here. This is car number... Focus, focus, come on. We can get it to focus on that. Alright, that is car number 28008. 28,008 is the car number. This car right here, I actually saw on the Silver Meteor a little while ago. I actually went rail fanning and took a picture of this very same, well, not this car itself, but of its standard gauge brethren. The car that it models, if you will. I actually saw this very same car on the Silver Meteor. That's why I put the decal number 2008 on the car, because this car I saw on the Silver Meteor, so I decided to model the car because it was on the Meteor. Actually, I do that time to time to get car numbers off the train, so when I do get cars like Amfleets or viewliners, I know exactly what car numbers they're using, so that car number on that train, basically whatever the car numbers are on the train is what I will use for my models, because I like to model the Silver Meteor, so I like to have my cars accurate as possible. Okay, this is 25,108. And another, again, I want to stress here, all these cars are lighted. They have a lighted interior. They have interiors and they are all lighted up. They all have lighting kits in them. So this is again 25,108. These cars were actually done today and they were finished today. The paint though, I actually had to touch up the paint on my cafe car because I scratched it a little bit, so I put some paint on to cover it up. Okay, this car coming into view now. This car, this is 25,107. I'm going to turn the overhead lighting. Another thing I want to mention, this is the same with, and actually I'll back up the train and show you the cafe car. My dad, who actually did the work, I also want to take the time to thank my dad, who took the time to decal these cars. He did a very good job. You see, welcome, coach class. My dad actually had to cut the decals out and manually place those decals one by one on this striping here, and he did a very good job, and he did it right. And you have to put these decals, they go in real life, they do go right up next to the door here, right here. That's where they put these decals. My dad individually cut them and placed these decals on very carefully. So welcome, coachless. That's welcome, coach class, and handicap sign. So I'm going to back the train up. One of these locomotives is due for lubricating, so I'll be doing that. Okay, so again, this is 28,008. I want to show you on this car. It's something, I don't know if a lot of people have been doing this. I bought a lot of cars during the 40th anniversary. Bought viewliners. I bought a whole bunch of stuff. You're probably wondering how I got that cafe decal. Well, I had a lot of 40th anniversary sheets left over. I have a bunch of them. And I was able to find a cafe decal on that decal sheet. And I was reviewing a lot of footage from my trips to Railfan, and the real cars actually do use in real life the cafe sign, the cafe decal. They don't use dinette, they use cafe. Decal sheet that came with the car only had dinette on it, and I was like, okay, that's not going to fly with me because that's not prototypical. In real life, they use cafe. Well, I realized, well, I have 40th anniversary decals left over, and it does say cafe on it. So why don't I just use the decal from that sheet and put it on here? And it worked. I was able to stick onto the car and everything, and it worked out great. Welcome, I got from one of the sheets left over from the coaches I have. My dad was very careful putting the decals on, so we were able to end up with some extra welcome signs. So we were able to find a welcome sign for this car that was left over from us doing work on the coach cars, and we were able to find one and put it on this cafe car. Both sides have been done. It isn't just one side we didn't cheat. Okay, this paint right here, this is from the scratch I made. I took some silver and I painted it on a little bit. Doesn't look too bad. This side's the better side. But, and doesn't, like I said, I don't think it looks too bad. To me, that doesn't look too bad. I don't know. I mean, if you think, oh, I don't think it's that great, well, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I chose to do. It was better than, I didn't really felt right having that scratch on that car, so I had to cover it up. Okay. Yes, I just shorted out the layout. These cars being lighted, if you don't put them on the layout just right, they'll short the layout out. Okay. So, that's the cafe car. Okay. All the coaches have coachless, welcome, and the handicap sign. Both sides. And they're decaled and everything. I have to say, comparing to the before pictures and the after pictures after they've been decaled, these cars look a lot better with decals on than they did before without them. The decals really just bring it to a more legitimate look. To, you know, that could pass for a real Am fleet. Pretty much it's a more official look to it. So yeah, I really am happy how they turned out. I have, how many coaches do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the coaches. That's plated Am fleets. I also have an 8th one. I have a non-plated Am fleet, which is already decaled as well. It was decaled a long time ago. Then you got the cafe car, which is done. I also have an extra cafe car from the 40th anniversary. And I have a dining car. These are not for sale, by the way, so don't ask. So yeah, that's the update. So officially, Amtrak Project 2015 is done. We're done with all the work that we need to do. All we need to do in the project now is test run, and we won't be able to do that until December, because we're waiting on some other work to be done at the club. As soon as that's done, we'll do another video of the Amtrak Silver Meteor running at the Railroad Club. There's also another reason we're waiting on the viewliners to come back down. My very close friend and bro, Amtrak Fanatic's gonna bring them down for me to run during the fair. So when they return, I will be doing a video with him. So I will be doing some rail fanning videos in the meantime, but I imagine I won't be doing any videos at the Railroad Club itself till probably December. But stay tuned for more videos on Team Amtrak and SFRTA on rail fanning and whatnot. I'm sure from now till the fair, there'll probably be heritage units coming down here. If you guys haven't already, on Team Amtrak, me and South Florida Rail Fan are caught PO 97 with 4 private cars on, so I really would like it if you check that out. It's on Team Amtrak's YouTube channel, so check that out. Yes, and 4 private cars were on that train. It was 14 cars long, so if you haven't already, please check that video out. Thanks for watching. This is SFRTA and
Amtrak Florida
out.